What's that from?
Titanic.
Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else, like aliens. My name's Alex. Joined by James and Jim 4.
Alien Jim this time.
It's not the alien episode, is it? No,
I'm afraid we're doing another normal episode.
And welcome to the JARCAST, episode 199B. 199B.
199B.
Before we get into the show, I would like to thank the patrons, of course. For just $1, you can support us, and it really helps the show, and we have big things planned for the future. Don't we,
like
James?
119C, baby.
You don't get 119C without the patrons.
Yeah, you can thank the patrons for 119C.
And also,
to be fair,
patrons.
it was the Patreon's idea to do the Alpha Bravo Charlie Foxtrot Delta. So, it's thanks to them that...
And, if something like Patreon is personally insulting to you, just get out. Go. No, but seriously, if you want to support us in a free way, just rate us on iTunes. Give us a 5-star.
Send us cute pictures of dogs.
No, don't do that. Just do the iTunes rating
dogs.
That's the good
dogs.
bit.
Yeah, the good one is iTunes. And even...
Spotify?
I'm going to tell you guys about my current obsession.
No.
Guess. What? What do you mean, no?
This last week, Alex.
What? What do you mean? No, you don't know what I'm about to say. You can't read my goddamn mind.
Listen, so I have
I
this
go
ghost
through
story.
obsessions.
No, listen. I have this current obsession, that being...
What?
No, squash.
Oh.
Squash. Do other countries have squash, or is it a British thing?
I think everywhere has squash. It's a bloody sport you don't know.
Okay, y'all in
sport.
Vietnam, do y'all have squash? Y'all in Dubai. Y'all in Uganda. Y'all
Jamaica?
in Jamaica. Y'all in
Mexico.
Y'all in Mexico. Y'all in...
They probably got chili squash.
Y'all in the North
It's really
Pole.
spicy. Spicy squash.
That sounds kind of awesome, actually.
Yeah, I'd actually drink that. But yeah, I'm... when you drink alcohol, like loads and loads and loads, James knows about this now.
We're not going... no.
You build up a tolerance, with any sort of, drug-related content. You build up a tolerance. And I've built up such a tolerance to squash that now I just drink it straight.
Is that actually straight squash? Alex.
Squash tolerance.
Roll up to the bar. Can I have some squash, please? How do you want it? Straight.
No, let me taste that.
That's
it's mine.
On the rocks. You don't... When you
Squash
go
on
to
the
a
rocks.
bar and ask for squash, they don't ask, if you want it with water.
They should.
Why?
Squash on the rocks, please. That's the name of the episode, Squash on the Rocks. I just find squash to be the funniest...
I hate that it's
funniest
called
drink.
squash. The
Why?
reason it's called squash is the main reason I don't want squash.
That makes me want it so much more. Just the name alone. Because juice, lame.
No, juice is like the pure squash.
No, juice is just squash, but really bad.
No, juice is better. Apple juice, orange juice. Actually
Wrong.
nice.
No, that's...
I like the word juice. Well, something that really pisses me off is when people call squash juice.
Does anyone do that?
Yes,
Yes.
people
What kind
do
of
do
psycho
that.
does that?
They do. People do that.
No, but that is a
You
concentrate.
can't go up to a bar and say, give me a juice on the rocks. They're not going to know that you mean squash on the rocks.
Yeah, they're going to give you juice on the rocks instead.
That should be the jar drink. Every jarling at
Squash.
home, go grab a
Squash
bottle
on
of
the rocks.
squash, get some ice cubes, just pour a little bit in a glass, sit there. Yeah, if you're not of age to drink, you can join in on the fun. The squash on the rocks.
Yeah, but what's your preferred squash on the rocks?
What flavour squash?
Yeah.
Well, currently I'm slurping on the old orange and mango. Robinson's Fruit Creations.
No,
Not a paid product placement, but...
I prefer the raspberry and apple.
I think you'll find it's raspberry and... We do have some topics to talk about, some real ones.
That wasn't a topic?
Well, it was a mini one. It was a mini, like, introductory kind of topic to get us our
Let's
blood
just say
pumping.
your idea of squash on the box is bad until you order it from a pub. No, you're gonna have to prove to everyone.
Do you think you could get that?
Yes.
What squashes does the typical bar have behind the scenes?
Well,
black?
I'm pretty sure it's normally cordial, if there's a difference.
There is a difference. You don't want cordial on the fucking rocks. What, are you crazy? That would suck.
They're the same.
What
No.
is the difference? Explain the difference.
A cordial is a squash. That's its actual name.
Is
It's
it
a
like
cordial.
the difference between a whiskey and a bourbon?
What?
Or yeah.
Yeah, we do have some things I would like to talk about. Do I want to talk about the pepperami thing? Or should I save that for another time?
You can't just say that.
Well, now I've got to find the tweets. Thanks.
No, okay,
Thanks.
save it. No, save it.
No,
it's fine.
I can't now.
Yeah.
I've got to do it. Actually, yeah, that before... God, you just smacked the mic with a little baby
I was
Groot.
aiming for his head.
Sorry for those listening.
If I was going to throw a baby Groot, I would aim it at his fucking neck.
Yeah, anyway. Shout out to Quinton Reviews for sending me the IHE pop vinyl that he made. As a nice
Legend alert.
nice little gesture that arrived the other day, and I thought it perfectly belonged on the JARCAST set. Again, sorry for those listening, but if you want to see that, head over to the video version and have a little look.
Yeah, drive on over.
Don't. Okay, like, seriously, before we go on to the pepperami thing, there's been a bit of constructive criticism thrown our way lately.
Thrown our way.
Yeah. Mostly because of the normal episode. It's been the the most controversial jar episode in years.
What was wrong with it?
Oh boy.
I want to know, James, what do you think of the normal episode? How does it make you feel?
Fucking awful.
Why?
As a personal fan, it was too normal for me. I needed a bit. No,
You're
a
a
bit.
personal fan. You are part of it.
Okay, it was great. Enjoyed it. Good time.
So you liked it then?
Yeah, of course I liked it.
No, because I've seen a couple comments, like a post on Reddit saying something like, JARCAST has changed. JARCAST is over. They're just too weird now.
What?
If anything, I think it might be less weird than it once was.
It was literally a normal episode.
Yeah.
At least we can say we tried being normal once.
Yeah, and with the one time we try and be normal, it pisses everyone off.
Yeah, fuck you guys. You know what? It's time we just decided to do a real normal episode, which is what this one's going to be.
Yeah.
A real normal episode.
Yeah.
This
an
isn't
actual
normal. This is
episode.
real.
No, but genuinely, what episode of the JARCAST do you think we've gone too far? If any.
Oh,
The normal episode.
normal episode.
The normal episode was kind of like a really satisfying experiment to me.
No, I think we went a bit too far when we decided to hang ourselves off the ceiling. Do you know how much my
It's a lot
head
of work,
hurt?
but-
yeah, it was a
That
bit
wasn't
too much.
a normal episode.
No, but that was after the normal episode.
That was a good one. I
Yeah.
like being upside
So
down.
My
yeah.
head hurt though.
Keep sending us feedback. We will read it and we might take it on board.
Yeah, unless it's bad.
Unless it's about the
saying
normal
that we're doing
episode.
something wrong, then we'll
Yeah.
just
Fuck
get
off.
angry.
Yeah, if it
Block
actually
you.
criticises any of us, then forget about it.
Yeah, we'll block you. And that's that.
So again, pepperami is this weird. It's a little treat you can get in the UK. I'm not sure how.
Do you
well,
mean the stick pepperami?
Yeah, there's a product, a food you can buy in the UK, and I'm sure in other places around the world, named the pepperami. It's kind of a small stick of sausage. You can get a spicy variant or the normal
Ordinary.
one.
No, there's
green or red.
quite a
Normal.
few variants now. There's even a purple variant.
That's like extra spicy, isn't it?
For real?
Like super
I
I
spicy.
thought black was the really spicy one.
Oh, okay, maybe. I might be thinking of Dorterios.
But anyway, as a lot of products do, they have a mascot.
Yeah.
And what is interesting about the Pepperami mascot, aka the animal, is known as the animal. And it's kind of a grotesque stick of meat, cured meat that goes around being, honestly, aggressively sexual.
Yeah.
As we found out on Twitter, of course, because the other day I was thinking about the animal, as you do. I was thinking about the origins of the animal, was my whole query. Again, if you want to know what the animal is, just Google Pepperami, the animal. So I tweeted from the Jar Media account, hey, at Pepperami, is there any lore behind the origins of the animal? I would like to know the truth. A fairly innocent, innocuous question, which deserves answering. And the official Pepperami animal account replied, simply saying, I've been around since the 90s, mate. Basically, I'm old. Crying emoji. Then I replied with this. No, but listen, animal. If that even is your real name. Who are your parents? Are they pigs? Because you're made from sausages? I'm having a panic attack. I need to know. And they replied with, this is their final reply. Made of meat, born from meat. Just like everybody, right? Just an all-round meaty animal. To which I finally replied with, are you coming on to me, you perverted but delicious freak? And then they never replied. Don't know why.
Cowardly.
Pussy.
Thoughts?
I mean...
Do you think that's a cop-out?
Yeah, what?
Their response? It's a fucking cop-out because they've never thought about it.
Yeah, it is. I could have done a better job.
He could have taken the chance to really spread waves in the industry.
Yeah, he could have been... Like, Pepperamis, I feel like, haven't been what they used to be.
They ain't no cheese string guy.
No, cheese string... That... Cheese string, a shooting star. Like,
ain't no baby
He's
Bo.
forever gonna shine. But, like, Pepperami had his heyday. And he sort of lost it. And he had the chance to bring it back. And to be the Pepperami, the monster.
The animal.
Like, the animal, sorry.
The monster.
The monster, the beast.
Hormone monster.
Yeah, he had the chance to be the hormone monster once again, but he blew it. Because he's some fucking 16-year-old intern couldn't be bothered to write.
Do you think someone's being paid to do this?
Yes.
To run the Pepperami Twitter?
Yes.
And act like the character that's on TV sometimes.
Wait,
adverts.
Is he ever on TV anymore?
Yeah. They're
I've never seen the Pepperami
none of us watch TV, let's be real.
What?
So how do you know?
Maybe.
Because I went out of my way to find a Pepperami advert. Because I was like, oh, I forgot about the animal. What, mate? I'm made of meat. I'm a meaty lad, mate. Because it's really like pandering to that lad crowd.
Yeah.
Which is very funny.
Sorry, if I feel like you're insulting someone in the womb. I just can't stand that.
What, you?
Yeah.
What, because you like pepperami?
Cheeky pepperami.
I love a
with the
cheeky
lads.
pepperami.
Do you actually eat pepperami?
I have within the last year, 100%.
The green one. It was the green one, wasn't it?
Isn't it? I've not eaten one this year.
Was it the green one?
Yeah.
Was the red one too spicy?
We all know I'm a little baby when it comes to spice.
Is the red one too spicy?
I never had a red one. I'm too scared.
That's childish, dude. It's fucking childish.
Here at Jar Media, we ask the hard questions.
Meanwhile, Jake Paul fucking interviewing Alex Jones.
Wait, for real?
H3. Yeah. This was ages ago, but that did happen.
Wow.
H3 interviewing somebody. We asking the stuff that actually matters.
Yeah. Hey Siri.
Hey Siri. Subscribe to Scooby-Doo channel. Official. I do have a genuine real topic, seeing as you guys don't bring any topics.
Oh, give
and
me
I have to do fucking everything.
Just give me a moment of reprise, please.
No, because I bring the topics, we have to talk about this thing that we're going to talk about.
Watto.
What?
What?
Watto?
Hey.
Watto? Watto, you mean?
I feel like we bring up Star Wars every episode, but this time, like, it's for a good reason, okay? Like, genuinely.
The reason is Watto, everyone. The reason is Watto.
No, and I'm not joking, okay? I'm not joking, James. I'm not.
Take off the sunglasses and then we'll be the judge.
Watto is the best character in the prequels. There, I said it. Better than Obi-Wan, better than Palpatine.
Well,
Watto is a great character. I'm a Toydarian! Jim, I see you, like...
Misa Wanawanga?
He doesn't say Misa Wanawanga.
Well, he does
when
Wanawanga.
Jar Jar's going, Ogo, Ogo, Ogo! Misa Wanawanga! Wanga, Wanga! That happens.
I'll be honest and say it's not difficult to be the best character in 3 really bad movies.
Solid point. But, hear me out. Because the other day, I think I was doing one of my normal 10-a-day poos. So I sat there, I needed to read something, and I was like, obviously Watto's on my mind fairly often. That cheeky Toydarian is really... he gets my brain going because I feel like he's such an interesting creature to me. So for those who don't know, Watto is one of the kind of leading characters in the in the Phantom Menace, Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. If you haven't heard of it, he's sort of a flying elephant bug bird.
Elephant.
He's got a trunk.
I guess.
He's an elephant bug bird in the Star Wars universe known as a Toydarian. From Homeworld, Toydaria. Toydarian from...
So he doesn't come from Tatooine?
No. No, and this is the thing. Everyone makes fun of the prequels, but you forget all that lore that has been written for these in-depth characters. There is so much lore. There's more lore on the Watto page alone than there is for major characters in major movies. You know what I mean?
No.
He's probably got a longer page than Black Widow from the Avengers. He's probably got a more in-depth story. Don't, come on!
No, come on.
I want to see a bit of enthusiasm on it.
Keep
This is surreal
giving me
for me.
info. Come on, sell your.
No,
Me and James are the dragons at the Dragon's Den, and you've walked in wearing
I'm
your
selling Watto.
8-piece suit. I have Watto. That's what you say.
What exactly is Watto? Just break it down for me. So, I'm on the Wikipedia page for Watto, right? It's a dense page. It's a dense page, full of lore. The juicy stuff too. So we've already said his species is Toydarian. He is a male, which means they must have male, female. They must mate in some form. Maybe they lay eggs.
Photosynthesis.
Yeah, maybe they are.
That's not a method of reproduction.
Maybe there's some kind of mold or like living,
Like
fungus.
huge bacteria.
Yeah, could be like that.
They don't.
A height of 1.37 meters.
Wait,
So
what?
Fairly big. No,
That's
remember.
huge.
Yeah, because he's flying. He's flying.
How tall is Qui-Gon?
Wait, he's Liam Neeson, so fairly tall. Over 6 foot, I believe. Eye
Pretty
colour,
small,
get
though.
this. What eye colour is Watto?
Yellow.
James?
Gold.
You're both?
Orange.
Yeah, orange.
Boom.
His eyes. How do you remember that? See, you remember more than you let on.
No, like, no matter what you say about Watto, close your eyes and say Watto. Everyone do this right now.
Even those at home.
Yeah.
Stop sipping on your goddamn squash on ice or whatever the fuck.
On the rocks.
On the rocks. And
Close your eyes.
Do
James,
as Jim
you do it
instructs.
first.
Yeah.
Say Watto.
Watto.
Jim,
And you can Watto.
now let me do it. Watto.
When you say Watto, you see him.
I'm a Toydarian.
Yeah, and all of his little details.
My tricks don't work on me. Only money.
You can open your eyes now, James.
Obviously, the chronological and political information on Watto is he is affiliated with the Osiki Confederate Army, which those familiar with the Toydarian lore will be very familiar with, and Watto's shop. That's his political alignment. Right. Old Watto is a dirty bird. Hot pegots in his purse. His flippers stink like bantha curd. His breath smells even worse. A nice little ditty for you.
What's that from?
Moss Esper Graffiti by W. Wold. You're forgetting about the marketing blitz that went down for the Phantom Menace. So many spin-off books. There's probably a Watto book out there, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Maybe a comic. Little throwaway piece of information on Watto. In a comic, he's actually killed by Darth Maul, beheaded by Darth Maul, which luckily, thank God, has been undone and is no longer official law.
So that's
canon.
why Disney wiped all of that stuff out.
Yeah, because eventually we're gonna, if we get a Disney Plus Watto show.
What if? So picture this: J.J. Abrams releases the latest Star Wars movie, originally how it was meant to be, with no producers involved. It ain't Darth Kidius that comes back. It's Watto.
Watto and Jar Jar team up.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't do that, to be honest. Just bring Jar Jar back and be like, fuck it, he's the ultimate Sith. Just as a final. But listen to this. And warning, like, genuinely, this is dark. This is dark.
Trigger warning?
Yes, because this is literally the first line of his description.
Okay.
Watto was a male Toydarian, junk dealer / human trafficker
Holy.
who owned a shop in Mos Espa, Tatooine. In his youth, he served as a soldier in the Osiki Confederate Army on his homeworld of Toydaria, but later left after sustaining permanently damaging injuries, that being one of his tusks chipped away, and if you look carefully on his animation, one of his legs is limp, which is why he's always flying.
How does he fight? Like, did he have a gun?
Yeah, they presumably have guns. Some kind of weaponry. The Geonosians have their... they probably got something like that. Making his way to Tatooine, he fell in with the Jawa natives of the planet and learned how to trade from them. Once he felt he had learned all he could, he abandoned the Jawas and set up Watto's shop in Mos Espa.
Damn.
He became one of Tatooine's many slave owners and made a lucrative business for himself. Eventually, he came into possession of a young slave, Anakin Skywalker, who proved to be a gifted mechanic and an invaluable asset to the running of the store. Soon enough, Watto discovered that the boy had an affinity for pod racing. As we know, as huge fans of The Phantom Menace and the story that unfolded there, Watto would often bet on the pod race. Freudian slip. Not funny. Watto would often bet on the pod races and was an avid fan, so he had Anakin race for him in several tournaments. Although the boy never won, he was clearly gifted. During one particular race, Anakin destroyed Watto's own pod racer, which I would love to see. If any fans know where I can find what his pod racer looked like, please post it on our Reddit. Which incurred the Toydarian's wrath. Shortly thereafter, a stranger to Mos Espa, Qui-Gon Jinn, claimed that he had his own pod racer, and this is sort of the story of the movie. Let me just skip past that. Yeah. Do you want to know about when he was a soldier at all? Any more info on that, or have you kind of understood that bit?
I sort of understand where you're coming from.
Whoa! No, I've got to fucking read this. This is fucked up. Watto was a Toydarian who grew up on his species' homeworld of Toydaria. While Watto was still a youth, Toydaria suffered one of its frequent famines. During the famines, certain groups of Toydarians would seize upon the opportunity to strike at their neighbours and wage war. Watto joined one such group, the Osiki Confederate Army, soldiers such as Watto in the Confederate Army would utilize chemical warfare to poison and render useless the food stocks of their rivals. When the drought ended, the war followed suit. Watto survived, but his left tusk was broken, and one of his legs was rendered lame. With nothing left to fight for, Watto mustered out and left Toydaria. Really dark.
Yeah, what's the deal, man? And do you think George Lucas had that in mind?
George Lucas either came up with that or he paid some writer to come up with it. Because it is fairly melodramatic for a character as admittedly silly as Watto. It's actually so ridiculously in depth. I cannot believe it. Like, listen to this depth here about when he first goes to Tatooine. To sustain himself on his new world of residence, he had to eat concentrated foods and imported egg seeds.
What, egg seeds?
Yeah.
So basically, eggs. Eggs that turn into eggs that then hatch
an egg.
When he had learned all he could from the Jawas, he either abandoned or reported his friends among them. So he used them.
He's a
He's
snitch.
a user and abuser.
No, he's just an all-round scum. Scum fuck piece of shit.
Yeah, where's the... It is actually ridiculously in detail. Watto would utilise his droids and slaves in a variety of roles, having them repair items.
Okay, stop there. Oh, jeez. Just let your imagination run rampant.
There's a certain part that I want to... We still got at least 3 more minutes of this. Where are we? There's a certain part which is... yes. Also in Watto's arsenal were several loaded chance cubes, which he would use to swindle others in games of chance. It's not really a game of chance if you're cheating, is it, Watto? Cheeky guy. As a diversion, Watto owned a shisha, which would, for him, replicate the climate of Toydaria. Thoughts?
Okay.
That's kind of neat.
If we fast forward a little bit to later on in his life. Oh my god.
How far does this go?
It's literally his entire life.
But when does he die?
He doesn't really die, I don't think. It's just the last time we see him is in episode 2.
Right, but this extra stuff, does it tell you after episode 2, like, what he's up to?
It might do, I can't really remember. To ensure that his slaves did not try to escape, Watto had an explosive chip installed in each of them that would detonate should they make any attempt to free themselves. Watto made a habit of scolding his slaves, so much so that it became a daily part of their lives. Anakin in particular was exceedingly valuable to Watto for his considerable mechanical talent, although Watto boasted that he had taught him about the machinery himself. Nevertheless, he did beat the boy repeatedly, even when Anakin was only 4 years old.
Like, that's really messed up, but don't you think, like, if they'd have conveyed that somewhat in,
Yeah, because listen, the boy, however, would take the beatings without so much as a sound. Like, that's like a character building moment there.
Yeah.
That's like an interesting idea.
Yeah. But
And it gives some like characterization to why he would have all this like rage from such a young age. He feels like beaten constantly.
But
it's
like
very heavy.
When you see him in The Phantom Menace, he's just like a normal kid.
In time, Anakin became Watto's favourite slave.
Oh, Jesus.
Woo! I mean, I'm not going to read any more for the sake of all those listening, but I would recommend going through all of it because it goes all the way through to how he winds up selling Shmi to that guy.
Oh, yeah.
And he actually turns out to be kind of a good guy because he like secretly deactivates the chip in Shmi because he like learns to really like her and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we'll be back after these messages.
Only money.
Yo, how it is, cuz? Jar Media shirts. Go check them out. Description below. Cheers, bruv. Innit?
So listen, you shall be shidduba.
Welcome to the second half of the JARCAST, where we head over to the Jar Media Reddit and answer questions from the fans. If you want to leave your own questions, head over to the suggestion thread on r/JarMedia and ask whatever you like. Anything.
Yeah.
Please, anything. Just ask us anything.
Whatever you want, man.
Oil_holic has this to ask. What is the most scared you've ever been? What is the most scared you've ever been?
Can't really say. I can't remember. There's a time when I've been like scared.
I get frightened when I'm nearly in car crashes.
Nah, that doesn't do anything.
No, but for me, I'm answering it, not you.
I dream like scary dreams.
Yeah. Yeah, dreams are good solid pick.
Okay.
That's it. I can't really think.
Yeah, no, like, because often there's like things that couldn't happen in reality, so they're scarier.
The scariest ones are when I find in dreams where your movement is inhibited somehow.
No, I remember this one where I was trying to get away from this huge fly and I couldn't move properly. And it was like really slow and it just...
Yeah.
Like, there's no reality where I can barely move and there's a huge fly trying to get me. But in dream world, that's scary, man. Then you wake up and you're still scared.
Nah. Nah, I had this one dream once where I was being chased by this guy in a suit. But he had no facial features and we tried to escape around the world and he eventually killed us. Really fucking horrifying. It lasted weeks on end. Fucking traumatizing. I hated it.
Scary, that is.
Scary.
It's horrible.
Questions we have. JARCAST Reddit they are from. Problem? You have?
Nope.
I was only talking like that because someone challenged me to do so, and I did it. That was Master Uguay Death Scene. Had that little suggestion for
That
me.
was a good suggestion. Thank you, Master.
Did it? What did you think I was fucking doing? Why would I randomly start doing that?
Because, like, you're kind of...
Oh, go on. It's not like I'm sat right here or anything. No, it's fine. Continue. You think you're going to call me one of those kind of little babies that drink squash on the reg? Squash on the ice?
On the box.
Squash on the ice. Yes, you are one of those. Yes, you are. Okay, I said it. All right. Are you happy now?
You're going to be squashed on the ice soon if you don't stop.
You're going to be squashed by some ice soon if you watch A Million Ways to Die in the West. Boom.
Squash on the rocks? Thirsty for.
Did you get my reference?
It's harder than you think. Try and say something in the Yoda way.
Yes.
Well, yes, that famous yes.
Miso Wanawanga.
Miso Wanawanga.
I hate
Wanawanga
your Star
miso.
Wars quotes.
Why?
Teeth I have. Plenty.
Work on me, only money. Miss My Bowers are Richie asks, what was your biggest Chad moment? E.g., Ruben might say throwing that yogurt on the guy, picking on James. Jim might say punching Alex in the balls for blaming the ODST achievement not unlocking for him. Or maybe filling Alex with rage just by uttering new juggernaut when Alex was losing a game. Alex might say the time he decided to withhold Dubstep Parkour 2 for the betterment of the human race.
That was a cuck moment. That's nowhere near
No, it
Chad.
wasn't.
Chad moment would
It
have been
wasn't a Chad
releasing it.
moment, but it wasn't a cuck moment.
It was a bitch moment.
I concede. It was a bitch moment. Is it cowardly, though, to create something that is so bad, but be self-aware enough to know that it is so bad it could never be seen by anyone.
Yeah, because we made it in the first place. That's the first fucking issue. So that is a cuck bit. And then you're a bitch for not releasing it.
For the record, I had no problem with releasing it.
I
was
didn't
everyone
either.
else.
It was only Jim.
Jim in particular was like, "Do
No.
not do this."
No, because the first one makes me feel sick. Because I
Why?
think
The
James
first
gave
one's
me a
cute.
concussion by dropping a metal fucking fence.
Oh
on my
right, so it's not because of the video; it's because of what the video reminds you of.
Also the video.
The
Oh, it's not
second
that
one
bad.
was like our attempt at a follow-up that was so just fucking bad.
Yeah, because like the original was a cult classic, like kind of a masterpiece, but the second one was like trying to recapture that.
That same
But in a
magic.
really-
yeah.
It would be like doing Citizen Kane 2.
Like the cast was doubled, the money was doubled, the technology. It was just too much.
Mm-hmm.
The quaintness was
We
gone.
lost what
Yeah.
made the original good.
I found my old laptop, which may potentially have it
I
on.
gave it to you.
I was just
actually.
keeping the story simple. Why did you have to go and just make it complex?
That's not complex. That's just telling the truth.
I like to lie, okay? I like to twist the truth into what sounds easy. Anyway, they didn't finish.
yeah.
Sounds easy, the truth.
No, what? No, Alex has found a laptop that might have the footage on.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah, but even
Minecraft.
then, it's not being released. I'm afraid.
And then
we'll see about that.
Then our Minecraft cinema.
Yeah, what else? For the best one, all the time he created the Morty Press video and showed off that angelic face and jaw. James might say pushing Jim into the river for no
Yeah,
reason.
that was a cuck moment.
What, you pushing me?
Yeah. I was an asshole then.
Also, you didn't even push me into the river. You just tried to.
Into stinging nails instead.
Never finishing the tank that Ruben gave him, jerking off for 4 hours without coming.
No, that's like the lowest of the low moment.
What, a 4-hour jerk?
No. Yeah. Low moment.
Showing a picture of Leafy's cock on the cast, or possibly growing a beard and then later donning the bucket hat and sunglasses. Surely the beard's the Chad moment.
Yeah,
It's the beginning of the Chaddening.
yeah. That was the start of.
That is the beginning.
Stupid question though. I'm not going to answer it.
I'm
Yeah,
the book of
just
Genesis.
Kind of sexist
Kind
Oh,
of
incredibly
mean.
so.
and homophobic,
And dare I say,
fascist.
Uncool.
Yep. definitely. Okay. Master Oogway death scene is another one for us.
Yes, mate.
Give us your top 5 death scenes. Don't do it. Don't. I'm begging you, do not do it.
To be honest, Soap McTavish, his death scene was pretty sad.
Let's collectively come up with 5. So
Soap McTavish is number 1.
do we have to have that one on it? That one's rubbish.
Okay.
Is there no better COD death? Come on.
Okay. Number 1 is Ty Kaliso from Gears of War 2.
No, not Ty. Dom.
Gears 3.
That's pretty good.
Dom.
Wait.
Dom from Gears of War 3.
Maria from Gears of War 2.
Should we just have Maria?
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it, Maria! Gandalf.
Yeah.
He didn't die though. It doesn't
No,
count.
he did die.
No, he did die in that movie.
Oh, but it doesn't fucking
It does
count.
count
He
because
came
it
back
was
the next
so
movie.
good.
It's so good. No, but when he does come back, he's not Gandalf anymore.
Yeah, he's white instead. Just
Yeah, but
racism.
he's still not Gandalf. You're just completely missing out on all the subtleties.
Okay.
Okay, Gandalf.
The baby from Trainspotting.
Oh, yeah. It's not a bad pick, to be honest. Why didn't you do it into the mic?
I didn't want to be that bad, man.
Do you think the baby in Trainspotting is more affecting than the guy who dies from AIDS or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's a pretty horrendous moment.
Yeah, and like how there's that line like we didn't nobody knew who the father was until then, because you find out it's Sick Boy or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
And like he's the only one.
No.
crying.
So that's 3. I have
John
another one.
Marston.
Oh, John Marston, yeah.
Is his better than Arthur Morgan's?
Spoilers.
It's been out 2 years. Fuck you. Eat my ass.
I think Arthur Morgan's is better.
Yeah, but you
'Cause I
got...
think
Depending on
he's
which one.
He's a better character.
That's because he
Sorry.
came out later.
What? What are you talking about?
He's more recent than John.
No, this ain't no recency bias thing.
Yes, it is.
It's been out for years now. You little child.
Okay, then let's be real. Let's be real, okay?
Cortana's death?
Shut up.
The death of Halo.
Ooh, that's not a death scene.
It's not a death scene.
I feel like we need more movie because we've mostly done.
That's 4.
What about one from Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
That's not even cool. What the fuck you on?
The
Rob Stark. Is it Rob?
Oh,
No,
the-
Ned Stark.
the
Ned Stark.
wedding, the red wedding.
No, Ned Stark. Like
What, the dad,
yeah,
Sean Bean.
yeah, the one that starts it all.
That's I understand the logic behind that pick, but
Well-
the favorite actual death scene is the one where the mountain squashes that guy's head in his bare hands. Crushes
that
his
is
skull.
really good.
That would be my vote.
No, you're kind of one.
No, because also the implications of it were like, oh, shit just kind of got real.
What about Hitler and Inglourious Bastards? That's pretty good.
Hit girl.
Hitler.
Oh, Nicolas Cage and Kick-Ass. That's a pretty good death scene.
That's really good, actually.
It's like
There's
the
a
best
lot
part
of
of that
good
movie.
death scenes.
Yeah, that's a good question, actually,
Yeah.
to be honest. Answering it seriously for a change.
That guy from The Watchmen, because it's a really good scene.
Which one?
Where he gets like beaten up, then kicked out the window.
Right at the beginning.
No, what about the end of Watchmen with the blue guy just going to Rorschach?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, loads of good death scenes. What is going on with my voice? Goatsy for Eyes says this. Thoughts on people who use wet wipes to wipe their bum? Why are you looking? I had a friend who exclusively used can-do wipes, and the feeling of a clean bum, but it's being slightly damp left me unsettled. It's not right.
That's the part I don't like.
I've never done it.
Am I the only wet wiper here?
Well, you said I can have a
I
bag of
literally
wet
have
wipes.
Boxes of them.
You gave me a pack to use and try, but I forgot to take it.
Because I'm a little porcine shitter, it's important for me to have a nice little
Porcine.
clean bottom.
No, I'd like
but-
to call back to when you were talking. You first introduced the Watto segment. And you said that you found it during one of your 10 shits a day.
Yeah.
So you sort of need wet wipes because, like,
I don't feel clean unless the wet wipe has gotten on every last drop.
I can see why you would wet wipe.
No, but you don't end with the wet wipe. That's where this person's gone wrong. Why the fuck would you do that?
No.
Leave all that wet residue just in your ass. What the fuck are you doing, dog? You get rid of most of it, and it's like the final cleanup moment. And then for the actual piece de la resistance, you grab some like dry paper, and then you just finish it off, and it's like lovely. Try it.
I think I'm going to need to tonight.
Yeah, you of all people, this last 24 hours could have done with some wet wipes. I'm sure.
No.
Your stingy little bum bum.
My bum has been real good today.
There's a question here for only you can answer, Jim. From Gavika. What is your favourite Soulsborne? And there are 4 categories. Boss in general. What's your favourite Soulsborne boss?
The monkey film.
Come on, you got to answer. You got to think. You just whatever pops into your head first. That's what the answer is. Favourite boss in general
Genichiro.
from Sekiro.
Sekiro.
Was that the final boss?
No.
Okay. Boss, mechanically speaking, parrying, moveset, etc. One that's really fun to fight, I guess.
Genichiro.
Okay. Boss music.
Gwen.
Boss difficulty.
Genichiro.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, like, your favourite boss is quite influenced by the correct difficulty and what was the other one?
Moveset and its skills
Yeah.
and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, mechanically.
That might be controversial what I just said, but
Well, I'm sure people, if you
So I
disagree, you can say it in the comments. Where Jim probably won't read it.
not if it disagrees with me.
Dick the Head asks this. If you were to be put in a video game, as I already have been, just want to remind everyone about that, what would all of your personal death animations be? Might have been Nick going on his knees going, no! James is a good video. Just the car goes,
No, you'd
Across
have
the
to, like,
screen.
scream.
yeah, James's
Dom's death scene is just my death scene.
No, but your signature scream.
death animations, though, is the
when you go,
question.
Reuben! In that one episode.
Because James has the best scream in Jar.
Yes.
It's not a scream though, it's a shout.
What's the
Shout.
difference?
The Reuben
Let
thing.
it all out.
I don't think I've ever screamed like that.
That's
No,
not.
I don't-
It's just. It's
I
just,
haven't either.
It's because when James does it, it's so emotionally driven. You know what I mean? Like if we did that, it would seem so fake. Because it just we're just not capable of it.
I don't know how I'm
We would
I
need
don't
to.
know how you did it. It's
There's
incredible.
that certain time where someone didn't indicate and you fucking screamed out of nowhere. It was like the funniest thing.
There's different types. There's the Reuben one, but then there's like an aggressive one, which is an indicator one.
Yeah, which is the funniest one.
I can shout quite aggressively and be quite unpleasant.
Yeah, it's kind of a skill in a way.
Yes.
Being able to shout, let
What-
it all out.
What would my death be?
It would be like if it was in a video game, it would be like some ridiculous reload animation that goes wrong and then just kill yourself by accident.
Which, you know, if we were in America, we would be dead. I would be dead, and so would Jim.
Well, either you would be dead or everyone else would be. You'd accidentally kill yourself or all of us, is what I'm saying.
Who's the one who shot me in the fucking eye with a fucking Nerf gun 2 times? If it was in America, I wouldn't have a head.
You played yourself.
There were like multiple questions asking about like our favorite death scenes. Like I don't know. From yeah, it's quite weird.
Kylo Ren.
Gay HT porn has this to say. Good question though, James. How do you feel about people basically growing up on your content? I was around 14 when I first discovered Jar Media back in 2016.
I mean, we've grown up with our content.
Yeah,
Like, making it.
absolutely.
There is arcs of development.
It's like EastEnders or something. It's like a really
Yeah.
slowly developing something.
multiverse.
Yeah, with lore and all this.
Yeah, multiverse.
Multiverse.
Into the Jobs multiverse.
Jar Media into the
Multiverse.
yeah. How do I feel about that? I mean, it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Because like I can only relate it to how
Yeah, I mean,
I consume content.
but I mean, especially for you, because you grew up on Spill
Yeah. No.
from probably around that age.
Yeah.
So that's
So I
pretty
know
cool.
the feeling.
And it would be cool to inspire some sort of. Well, I mean, I guess we already have with Jar After Hours, but like
Yeah.
other podcasts and stuff.
Yeah. But not even just inspiring to do the same thing, but just
Yeah.
having, no matter how minute, some effect on someone else's life. Like, oh yeah, that was something I was
In a
supposed to
good
do.
way.
Yeah, in a good way. I was in Bath the other day, and I think his name was George. Could be getting that wrong. Sorry if I got it wrong. But he came up and he specifically mentioned the JARCAST and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was epic.
Fucking JARCAST, number fucking 1. Fuck you.
Bruh.
Juicy Colf has one for you, James.
Okay.
With James's crippling phobia of stickers, how has he dealt with plasters on cuts and scrapes? I assume he's had to have a few with his passion for speed.
You're on
Well,
speed?
no, because plasters aren't the same.
What's different?
Because they're like a fabric thing to help you heal, not...
So the intent of the product has
No,
a
it's just like it's the white backed child stickers. It fucking freaked me out.
Is it like the smoothness on one side and the stickiness on the other?
I don't know. It's
But that's
just
what
plasters.
plasters are.
Plasters aren't stickers. They're fucking bandages and they're fabric.
I see what James is saying. They are different.
I kind of like plasters.
Yeah, they're cool.
Agreed. Diabetic Bear, no, beer, sorry, asks, when have you been the most bored in your life? Currently I'm just lying in my bed for 6 weeks with a broken ankle.
Oh Christ, dude.
Shit, dude.
You must be bored as fuck.
Watch Misery.
No, don't watch Misery, you'll
That'll
get scared.
entertain
Watch Peaky Blinders.
The only time I remember being truly, truly bored was when I was a young child, put into instances out of my control,
you. Mm.
where I just was not in on the idea. You know? Certain family activities where
Yeah.
you're dragged around certain places and you're like this.
Especially like going to pubs when everyone else is.
Yeah, when
drinking
you're a
and
little kid, like-
and it's like.
Especially because we didn't have like younger cousins or anything our age, so it was literally just me and you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, we could be on the trampoline right now instead of in this boring pub.
Yeah. Where everyone's talking weird and laughing
Yeah.
a lot.
Everyone's having a great time except you because you're only allowed to drink squash on the rocks.
Yeah. Don't. Alex. Squash on the Rocks was meant to be a beacon of hope for those.
No, maybe if we knew about that back then, we were just drinking normal squash, watered down shite, you know?
the
Watered
stuff
down
the
complete
government doesn't want you
shite.
to know about.
Yeah, the secrets the government don't want you to know about. If you ever try that double strength,
Bruh.
that'll knock you off your feet. Double strength. Hey,
Sponge.
hey, can I get a double strength squash on the rocks? You got it, buddy. Any times you've been bored, James?
Quite many.
When you've been doing a big poopy?
It's not to say when I've been bored. It's just like just not having a job and spending most of your time at home was like really boring for me. It was just wake up, do the same thing, go to bed.
Mm.
So inherently that was really boring. And now it's like if I'm not working, I'm bored. So it's just like I have to be active 24/7. Otherwise I just mentally collapse.
Fair enough. No Christmas tank update. Pointless asking.
No
that, to be
Christmas
honest.
Spitfire either update. Still
It's
in
right
its-
there.
It is right there.
Sleazy Rabbit has one. Seems fairly serious, so let's see how this goes. Hi lads, I'm in grade 10 and pretty chubby / overweight. Not to the point where it affects my health, I just look very heavy and honestly not what I want to look like. The trouble is I don't know how to lose weight. I've water polo practice 5 days a week for about 9 months of the year and competitive swim practice for 2 months of the year with 3 days a week. I don't really eat anything unhealthy consistently, normally just a salad for lunch and a balanced meal for dinner. Of course, sometimes I'll have junk food, maybe once or twice a month, but relatively healthy. I was wondering if any of you or someone close to you have had a situation like this, and if you have any experience with this topic, please help me out and share it. It bums me out a lot and I don't know what else to do. My parents tell me that it's just genetics and I have a shitty metabolism. Game on.
But if you're constantly being active and you're eating healthy, then
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds incredibly active.
yeah.
Playing
Yeah.
polo and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
and eating junk food.
Twice a
Barely.
month.
Yeah,
It's like, what?
That's really good. That's a really healthy diet.
What is
yeah,
grade
good.
10? Because I assume they're from America. Because we don't have grades, do we? We're year 10.
Do they call it grades?
Well, why would they say grade 10?
I don't know. When was your like chubby phase?
Year 8, 9?
Right.
I think no. People need to when you grow up, your body's not like fully matured yet, so that can happen. And
So for reference, it's year 11
Right.
for them. Grade 10.
I would say your diet sounds good, way better than fucking mine. I wish I had
All
your
of us,
diet.
probably.
You're being active. It could just be the way you're growing up, and that's how your body is yet to fully mature. And then once you do, you might
Might
Slim
just be
down
a
a
late bloomer. Going through like a chubby phase a bit late or something. You might suddenly have a wild growth spurt and like stretch out like a
and
lot
then
of
you'll be
people go
like
through
pretty
that.
normal size.
yeah.
But if you're being active and eating healthily, then there's not really
Yeah,
much to
from
worry
that description, if you're being honest, like genuinely, I'm not sure what else you could do. To be honest,
I mean, if you're eating like loads of carbs, I guess cut down on carbs.
it's an option, I suppose.
So potato, bread, pasta, that sort of shiz.
Yeah.
Because like that, it's quite deceptive, really. Because like you eat a sandwich, like it may be all the interior of the sandwich is healthy looking, but if it's like 60% bread,
Mm-hmm.
60% of the food is carbs.
Yeah. And if you're not burning it off, but the thing is, if you're swimming like constantly, like you're going to be burning that off. I don't really understand.
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't
Well-
no dietitian.
Yeah. You know, your body goes through a lot of strange things when you're around that age. So I mean, who knows?
Not me.
Try not to concern yourself too much. As hard as it is, easier said than done as that is. JJ Noodles 1 asks, Jar's thoughts on Rayman. I personally really want him for Smash Ultimate. He's like the one other video game character that I really want in Smash Ultimate.
Yeah.
One that I'd be like, okay, that's awesome.
Purely because of the latest.
Yeah, I don't care
games they
about like
released.
the original Rayman
No,
games
they
at
were
all.
kind of shit.
They were the same. They were good.
They weren't the
From
same.
what I played, we played like 3D ones. I remember they sucked.
Yeah, they weren't very good.
The 2D one, I think it was Rayman, like the original. I just remember it not feeling right.
It was such a like PS1, PS2 thing for
Yeah.
just like really lame games.
Like more Crash Bandicoot than Mario.
Yeah, kind of floaty, weird feeling. But,
Yeah,
but
these new ones they made.
those
awesome
last two,
games.
what was it? Rayman Legends and Rayman Origins, I think.
Yeah, we had so much
Stupid
fun playing
names,
those.
but really good games.
Yeah,
Super fun and creative and a really good art style.
Rayman would work. Won't happen though.
It's not
Ubisoft.
impossible.
Actually, no. Ubisoft,
No,
did
Ubisoft-
Mario, did you?
Yeah,
That's actually
which probably
really
makes a
fucking
rabbit
likely.
more likely though than
that
Rayman.
would bum me out so hard.
if we got a rabbit and not Rayman,
Mhm.
that would piss me off.
Nah, they do a rabbit me costume. Rayman as an actual character.
That I'd be down with.
Okay, let's end on this one from the Goofy movie. If you could make a candle with any scent, which would it be? I already made the joke of a candle that smells like a candle that's been just
Burnt out.
extinguished.
But I'm pretty sure they already exist. And petrol.
Petrol candle? What about one that smells of Argy farts? Or James farts?
Ugh.
One that smells of doner kebab? A doner kebab candle.
No, one that smells of like fresh donuts or waffle.
That'd be pretty good.
Nice.
Not that I'd buy that.
You definitely would.
Come on, Jim, before we end this one. Pope.
Raw fish.
A fishmonger's.
Poop. See ya, poop. Fuck you, bitch, poop.